So let's take a look at the Pepeke Henua, and just to again break it down, Pepeke, that's the format, the type of sentence structure we're working on, and the language use of Henua, actually, Polynesian word, Whenua, Henua, which is the same as Honua, or land. And the first thing to recognize about a Pepeke Henua, so-called structure sentence, it's always talking about location. And the kind of location would be words like in English, if you think about there, here, stay, situated, exist, anything that's being described as existing or being situated or located uses this particular structure. And generally, it really focuses on location in regards to something that's spatial, like located in space, like answering the question of where. It might be dealing with something, dealing with time. That something exists, for example, on Tuesday, something existed last week, there's a birthday party coming up next month. And then the last one, which is also related very much, but it's also in the same kind of structure, is whenever there's some kind of activity that's being described. So if I was to say, where's Kimo? Kimo's surfing, as if it's a location. Where's Kimo? Kimo is swimming in the river. And so, these three are really the main focuses of what's called a Pepeke Henua. So let's look at some examples again. So first of all, a Pepeke Henua, what we call the po'o, or the main position, is always marked with either of two words, either the word aya or its cousin, Eya. And generally make a long story kind of short. We think of Aya as really the general marker for anything being located. And Eya generally has the kind of idea of something being located near, and maybe more like the English understanding of here versus something that is there. So in a basic structure of a Pepeke Henua, we can even start off with the basic words of something like Eao. I myself. What about myself? Here I am. I'm located, of course, right here. Eao. Now, to locate where something might be at, we generally will mark it with an E or a ma. And in general meanings, the word E and ma can be thought of as kind of meaning or related to the English word as in, on, at, located, by, and so forth. However, the word E has another extra meaning, which has the meanings of to or toward, especially with the idea of something is in so-called movement. So if something is moving in a particular direction, we generally will use a E versus marking with the ma. So let's look at some other examples again. So if I took a very basic English sentence, like we see here, Aya, something is located. Ao, the so-called Pico subject. I am located. And where am I located? Makekula, or at school. Or the next example, Eya, here. Ao, here I am. And where am I located? But Makahale. So you notice also that these markers that we call ami, or specifically an ami henua in this case, which are the E and ma, are the markers that mark the location of space, location of time of something, or the location of something in a particular activity. So let's look at some other examples again. Just coming down the list here. We notice Aya again up in the opposition, describing that something is located. And that one is located it, or he or she. And this one, kaukala, or your money. But if you look in the description of the location of it is to you. Yeah, so literally saying it, whatever the aforementioned, is located to you. Or you might think of it in English, the idea of something, it's up to you, it's your choice, it, whatever that it might be, is under your power or is located to you. Ai no ia ia oe. The second one we have here, aya kaukala ya'u. And then you notice, yeah, your money. That is the piko, that's what's being described. What about your money? Well, it's located or situated, positioned where? Yeah, ya'u. And of course we recognize ya'u as meaning to me or me. And so you're describing money or your money being located to me, or I have control, or I have the location of the money, or the money is under my power or my control. You might think of even English idea of I have your money. Yeah, I have your money, that your money belongs to you, yet it's under my particular control. Now, to negate a Pepeke Henua, it's pretty simple also. And all you notice real simply is that instead of aya, you replace aya with the word ʻŌlelo. And it's pretty much that simple. So if I were to say a sentence like, aya o puna mahilo, yeah, aya o puna mahilo, that puna is in Hilo, located in Hilo. And I wanted to say that the opposite, of course, which is puna. Not that it's located in Hilo, but Puna is not located in Hilo. And pretty simple, that all we do is replace aya with ʻŌlelo. So the expression ʻŌlelo o Puna mahilo is in fact the negative of the Pepeke Henua. So one of the things you quickly realize, all Pepeke Henua can be negated by replacing aya or aya by the word ʻŌlelo. Yeah, so you quickly can, instead of saying, my house is on Maui, I can quickly say, my house is not on Maui. Yeah, aya ko'uhale ma Maui can quickly become ʻŌlelo ko'uhale ma Maui. Now, in asking where something is located, that also is pretty simple. And we can take from a statement, aya oi I ke kula. You are at school. But if I'm wondering, like, you are where? Yeah, and of course, this is what is in doubt. And to ask that question, pretty simple, we use the word here. That's like a blank space that will be filled by the correct information. So to ask the question, where are you? Ai oi I here is the general expression. You are located where? However, commonly what you'll find in most sentences and most times when asking where something is located, the word ihea or also mahea generally will move up right after aya. So this is why, as many of you already know, whenever we ask the question where, this is how we come up with the idea of aya ihea and aya mahea. And whatever that we're talking about being located, yeah. So aihea o kimo, aya mahea kahale, aihea lawa, aya mahea ke kula. It's basically that expression where aihea or aya mahea is the general way in which we ask where. And as I mentioned earlier, ihea also has that kind of meaning of where has somebody moved to or toward. Okay. Now, the last one that's related to aya ihea or aya mahea, another way to ask where, is then where we're asking where is something located in regards to a person. Yeah. So again, we have aya ihea aya mahea. And we can also ask aya yavai as a question. Aya ihea, to where or towards where. Mahea, located in, on, at where. And the expression yavai, of course, is like the expression in English, which is to whom. Like whom, to whom has control, or to whom has something. So when we make an idea, as stated here, ayavai ka'ukala, ayavai, to whom is my money. In other words, who has my money? My money is located to whom? Who has control of my money? And those are the basic expressions of the Pepeke Henua. So let's go look at some further examples. So we call that again the Pepeke Henua. The meaning of Henua, like the word honua, meaning location, again, space, time, and activity. So what would that be like? Well, let's look at some example. I might say, aya o pua. Yeah, and I'm talking about pua being, located somewhere. Let me rewrite this. Yeah, I'm talking about pua, and pua is located somewhere. And I want to say ayo pua i Lahaina. Yeah, ayo pua i Lahaina. Pua is in Lahaina, or is on the process of going to or towards Lahaina, perhaps in movement. But the idea that pua is located in Lahaina. Maybe I want to say ayo pua makapapa. That pua is located in the class. Yeah, ma. Or maybe I want to ask, ayo pua ya Kyoki ma. And in this example, we were expressing the idea that pua is with, under the control of, under the direction of, or that in fact Kyoki folks have pua. Not saying that Kyoki folks own pua, but Kyoki folks has pua as if a location, or what we call a locational possession. It's a possession that has to do with locations, hence the word aya. Let's look at some other examples using some basic questions of where or to whom. So if I want to make the basic question of aihea kapapa, right? Where is class? Ihea. So simply when we answer the question, we use the unknown, aya, I, kekula. Oh, but that doesn't make sense. Aya kapapa. Aya I manoa. Kapapa. Or, aya I manoa kapapa. Or commonly, sometimes you can actually take kapapa and move it up to its common position, and I could also say aya kapapa I manoa or ai manoa kapapa, and both would be correct. Now, as we said, how do we negate this to say, in fact, that the negative, which is the class is not in manoa? Again, pretty simple. We just replace aya with the expression aole. Aole I manoa kapapa, or aole kapapa I manoa. Now, what if we want to ask a location of my money? And I'm looking for my money, and I want to ask Kimo, hey, Kimo. In general, hey, where's my money? Right? Ihea. Ka'ukala. And to respond, simply, he may say, oh, aya I kahale kaukala. Aya I loko ke ka'a kaukala. Yeah, so I'm going to respond by feeling this idea of here. But maybe I'm asking where my money is, but not so much location, but maybe who has my money. That somebody has control, somebody actually has my money in their possession. So instead of saying aihea, right, we will say ayavai. Ayavai, to whom? Ka'ukala. And the response may be, aiaia, kaukala, aiaia kimo, kaukala, aiaia ike kumu, kaukala. Yeah, and again, it is very much in the same way. We replace hea with the word vai, or aiaia vai. So, in a general sense, anytime you think of a question, generally for where in Hawaiian, it's either going to be aiaia ihea, aiaia mahea, or aiaia vai. And we recognize the aiaia vai, of course. The word vai is looking for a name. I want a person. I want to know whom or to whom is the correct response in that question. Okay. So this, of course, is the Pepeke Henua that we should also pay very close attention that Henua is not just location in space, but what are examples of location in time? Well, commonly maybe things like this. Aiaia kapaina at a party. When's the party? Well, maybe the party is ma ko'uhale. This is a location in space, right? Ko'uhale. But what if I want to say that the party is on Tuesday? Well, I could, in the same way, express that as aiaia ika po'alua. Or aiaia I kahola e lima in time. So exactly like location in space, I can also put location in time. And a third one that's common, so besides time, we can also express in activity. And many times this is used to express when you're asking a question, where is somebody? What is somebody doing? And I want to express, for example, Kimo is surfing, and I might want to say, aiaia o Kimo. And surfing as if being expressed, almost like as if it's a time or it's a space. And so we mark it in the same way. Aiaia o Kimo I ka he'enalu. And what this means is, it's like saying, there is Kimo. What is Kimo doing? He is surfing. Yeah. So again, as I said, you can express in space, aiaia o Kimo I ka hale. In time, well, aiaia o Kimo, maybe maka po'alua. Maybe he's gonna be here on Tuesday. That's a time. Or maybe he's eating. Aiaia ika aiana or something. And so in the Pepeke Henua, just to remember, location, 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 there, here, and to negate a Pepeke Henua. With that, good luck.